All right, guys, Mongo here. Quick update on the overall market. I'm starting here on the 1 minute. I've been looking to trade this all day, and it's kind of been dealing with kids, been missing it. It's just scalp trading. So we're range bound here at the top of this little range. We had our first red weekly close. We closed below the previous week, so we had to get back above 69. I think 69, 89, and we did not. We closed like at 68. 65 or something like that. Will that lead to lower price action? Maybe. But let me zoom out here for you in a second and just kind of show you what I'm looking at. Locally, we had an inverse head and shoulders. I'm kind of waiting to see if this plays out. If it does, we have a target sitting at 71.90, 71.961. That would push us right through this larger value area high for this top range here. So it's to be seen. I think we're just going to range here and then pop. I think it may ignore that bearish candle. Let me show it to you. Let me find a chart that allows me to show it to you because it's not marked up so much. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see. We had a doji candle, which is kind of like indecisive. It's really, really big wicks top and bottom, so it's an indecisive candle. This is Coinbase. Let me delete some stuff so you guys can see it better. All right, there you go. Still above the point of control for the top of this range, so we're fine in general, but we're printing a red dot now. It hasn't confirmed. It won't confirm for a whole other week, so we have a chance to just push up and ignore all this stuff. So as you can see back here, we had a red dot on a green one, which is kind of weird. So it started out red and finished green, and then just continued to move higher. So a consolidation pattern and move. So this could be one of these sideways movements for another week, couple weeks before the Bitcoin halving. We already had our dump. So from top to bottom, we had what we have here. 12%. Historically speaking, you're expecting like a 20, 25, and 30% correction from top to bottom before the halving. Doesn't always have to happen. I think, like I said, I think the ETFs are muting most of these dumps, so we'll have to wait and see how this looks. So if you ignore the weekly, go right down to the 3-day. Yeah, 3-day's got a huge wicks, so there's a lot more bullish stuff, just if you just ignore the weekly candle. Take into account for sure, but look at the other stuff here. You had this massive dump, bought back up halfway. Not an engulfing candle, which would be the whole thing, but and my alerts are going off to look at longs. Let's see here. So we're still above the point of control, which is coming in at 67,419, roughly speaking, on Coinbase. If you have a leverage exchange or a perpetual futures exchange, it's gonna be a little bit different. It's usually off by a couple. Again, this is to me more like an inverted head and shoulders, which would put us right around the not the all-time high, but just above, back above the value area high. Just zoom in a little bit more for you. 24-minute. Yeah, so here's the kind of the inverted head and shoulders I'm talking about. This probably could come back down and retest the 618, which is coming in somewhere around the. Yeah, you could usually come as deep as the wicks over here, if and when, even real deep over here. But somewhere in this neck of the woods, I'd expect at least a 382, so 67,300. So that's my thought process there. Make sure I don't have any open trades that I didn't want to have open. We're good. Cool. All right. Money flow is up. It's starting to curve back down. I think we could have just a trigger wave and then move higher. I'll have to wait and see. 12-minute. Yeah, money flow is still here. And we're just toying around. All right, we'll come back to this later. So there's not much going on with Bitcoin and kind of waiting for a move, either up or down. Asia in the next 2 hours would dictate that. And if nothing happens in the next 2 hours, it'll be boring until 2 hours before London handoff. And then the big boys will start firing their guns up again for the New York Open. Somebody in the chat was asking for render. So let's look at render. Render was up a lot today. 4 hour on render. Yeah, beautiful bull flag breakout. Yeah, you had a nice bull flag leading into this. And now you're back into another little bull flag. So this is great. So this is what you should start seeing from most of the altcoins. They pop off like this, they consolidate, and they pop off, and they consolidate, and they continue moving higher. So you look at this on the daily. Okay, so render is in blue sky territory. So render is rocking. So render, just like Fetch AI, is playing off the AI narrative. Although they're much more than AI. They're like a lot of this computing, GPU related stuff. So, and literally rendering of graphics for movie studios and gaming and a bunch of other stuff. So it's not just AI, but they're using that as well. We have our first fib extension target coming in at $14.07, which is the 1618. 2618's up here at the 2252 level. Sorry, guys. Let me go ahead and turn off this silly alarm here. Okay, it's Coinbase. Wrong one. All right, move it lower. Looking for an SFP down here somewhere. Let's try that. That's right to see it. Excuse me. Take a look here. Could get a bounce. This is the weekly. It's been holding this level all day. Usually a strong reaction. But with a weekly close being bearish, I'm not really going to try to long that. It's kind of suicide. It's like catching a falling knife. There's no real. You want to wait for a bounce and a retest, and now you have manipulation coming in. So, all right. Now that I move my alarm out of the way, hopefully it won't beep for another 5 minutes. So render looked good. Let's see, AVAX. Avalanche is looking good as well. Zoom out on that one. Yeah, this is another W pattern, beautifully bullish. All right, so let's see if it's easier to see on this one. So you had a bull flag breakout. It came back down, retested lower. It came back up. As soon as you broke this, you had a bullish. So right here, you had a bullish break in structure. Came back down unless you would have broken this into a 46.46, you would have became bearish. Didn't do that, so you came back up again. You're still bullish. You became more bullish again by back testing and breaking this. That's a bullish breaker. Back testing that, didn't break this one, so this is a massive uprising channel bull flag. So I still see $65 in the near future for AVAX, and I think the top one I have up here is $83. Yeah, $83 is the other one. So those are my two targets for AVAX. Band protocol. People are slingshotting this thing around. So I'm assuming just because it's a small market cap, low liquidity, people are able to like just buy and sell it like crazy, and it's just slingshots. So that's my thought process, and it sounds like Bitcoin is rugging it. Go right back over there. Sorry, guys. Yep. SFP, did it? Yeah, we did. The SFP of the whole range. Delete that out of the way. Let's see what the buys are doing here. Turn on some music for you guys. We got a $5 million long. Two total of 5 million. All right. kind of watching to see what price does. Price seems like it wants to go up. It's usually what you want to see. If you get a really strong reaction after knocking out all the wicks, you're usually going to really push up really fast. So if that's the case, it's going to be very bullish. You want to see really aggressive price action moving up. We're seeing that thus far. You want to see if it's not a sell to buy or buy to sell for the whales. So this is kind of watching. Turn this alarm off. So we're back above the, let's see here, back above the value area low, which is good. If you can push a little higher, it would be even better. It's a nice little whale battle here. Let's go back over here. Got a bunch of, got a $1 million, $500,000 long, there's $1.7, $1.5 million long, $1 million short. A couple shorts coming in. Let's see what Exo chart says. It could have a short squeeze. They got shorts on the bottom here. Oh, nice. We came down, hit the point of control. We're trying to get back above the VWAP. Let's go into the 3-minute. Sorry guys, this thing loads. This is so much data. It's pulling literally everything off all of the perpetual futures exchanges, so sometimes it's slow when I change time frames. Wasn't expecting to be doing this on stream actually, so I'm kind of just impromptu. Yeah, this little dotted line here is the VWAP. You got to get back above that to remain bullish. Back above the VWAP, we got to get back above this value, this daily value or high, and then we have the open. A lot of times when you start a new session like this one, you got to get back above the open. It's kind of nice to watch on stream. Took a small scalp there. That's why I'm being quiet. Let's see what happens. I already took profit to pay for the fees. Break stop losses at break even. So worst case is I'm out. I made $30. All right, we'll come back to this one. Let's see what else we got. Fetch AI. Fetch is getting ready to pop. If Bitcoin starts to run, everything is going to run. I've made good money off of Book of Memes recently. This is now back testing too, just like a big W pattern. Sorry, I'm still in the 1 minute, guys. I spend most of my life on the 1 minute. There's no such thing as a preferred time frame that works for everybody. And by the way, look at that. Perfect. My head and shoulders target finally played out to the T today. I think I was at church when this actually hit. and I tried to get in twice, and I kept getting stopped out at break even. Even on these meme coins, I do recommend you guys try to take profit relatively early. Get stopped, like if you get stopped out, just re-enter. There was a small bull div here, but it was very hard to see, and it came back down. It's really testing your nerves here. Even for me, at only 5x leverage on that one. So, Illuvium, I have another. Again, like I told you before, I have a stake coming out of Illuvium soon. Still a great project. I still think I see a lot of upside for this one. It's just like Band Protocol. It's on the bottom still. It's got a lot of room to run. Sorry, guys. It's going to be a long stream. Just I've been kind of quiet and talking to myself. I'm not really talking to you. Tough day with kids. That's what it comes down to. I had a lot of house chores today, repairing a couple doors, standing a deck, doing a bunch of stuff around the house outside of doing that in church and spending time with family. Since I work 7 days a week, yeah, it's tough on my family and myself, so it's nice to have a little, like 6 hours of just me time. That looks good. Ethereum is ready to rock. Let's see where we are. Ethereum rejected from the 786. We want to get back above that. Still my near-term target for this is 4,500. It's basically this little blue line right here, which is the value area high of that range. So we're kind of waiting to see what happens with that. So there's really not much else to talk about. I mean, let's move into, there's my kids. Let's see. Let's go over here. You have the noise of the Bitcoin. So PLS is bouncing, thankfully. Good time to buy. I haven't bought in a while, so I'm not buying anything more really. I'm just letting things ride. I may put more money into the PLSX liquidity farm because they've bumped up a lot too. They're sitting at, this was at 19% this morning. Now it's backed up to 21%. I threw my mother's Bitcoin, or excuse me, my mother's crypto money into PLSX for farming purposes, and she's making pretty good ink rewards. Although with her money, I didn't buy ink directly with it. I'm just using it to farm. So this is where BlockGuard's going to come in handy, where we can get traditional finance folks like my mother, who's 77 years old, has zero idea what crypto is, but wants exposure to crypto. They can buy in through a protocol like BlockGuard, which I'll get into in a different video. Ink is same thing at a falling. We didn't fall off our wedge, did we? Look at that. We did not. All right, cool. So yeah, ink is gonna pop, dude. So once this thing goes, this is a massive technical bull flag. Go like that. Then we'll do this. That's just really crude. We'll just try it. This breaks out from here. Yeah, you're looking at that'll get people's attention. A 1440 ink, approach $15. Still the first major fib's not up here to 1929 and 28. So, let's see. Last but not least is Zen. I have some Zen stakes just released today and tomorrow, and then that is it. So I don't need their money, so I think I might just hold it, even though it hasn't done much. But the last time it did do something, it went up like 20x. So, yeah, what's on it? There. Crazy. So if you did something like that, go from today's price to like that again, and you're looking at an 18%. And my Bitcoin long just got stopped out. All right. And that's it, guys. This is a really funky, weird stream, but it's all over the place. But I kind of wanted to cover some things on live while we had, see Bitcoin doing its thing. Let's get over here to the 3-minute again. Get you back into Bitcoin before I leave. This is Coinbase Bitcoin. I want the other one. So it's just back testing. Nope. It lost the value low. Looking kind of ugly. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. Yeah, I'd like to see a clean sweep of this low here. Put a bull div in, and then we can goof higher. But this is looking like it's going to be a roundy. Coming lower. All right. I will let you guys go. The week is going to be dictated on this, guys. So whatever Bitcoin does in the next couple hours to 6 hours, and then London. Obviously, the whales want and the institutions want lower price action so they can buy it up for larger gains. So there's not much to say. We're waiting on Bitcoin to make up its mind. It's either going to pump or dump. And right now it's losing key support. So we shall see what happens. Nothing I say is financial advice. Best of luck. You want to find me, have a Crypto Blackwall on Twitter and the Blockguard Discord. Thanks.